We have a big time practice report, something that we have been waiting on pins and needles for about these two specific players. Now, we're not out the weeds yet with everyone, but this is a very, very good sign as the San Francisco 49ers get prepared for arguably the game of the year on Christmas against the Ravens, potential Super Bowl preview. I mean, that's what everyone's talking about. So for this game, obviously, the San Francisco 49ers want to be as full health as possible. And we do know there are some key injuries and key guys that have missed games for the San Francisco 49ers. So this week has been ultra important in regards to monitoring practice updates to be able to understand who is or who is not going to be available for this game. So as it stands right now, today is Friday. This is the second practice of the week. This is typically the third practice on Fridays, but because it's a Monday night game, they have adjusted the schedule. So we still have Saturday left for the 49ers to get some of these guys back to practice. So it's not doom and gloom just yet for everyone that isn't practicing, but let's focus on the guys who are practicing. The biggest name on this list, defensive tackle Javon Hargrave, who's been dealing with the hamstring, missed last week against the Cardinals, is practicing today. I saw a clip posted by ESPN's Nick Wagner, who showed Hargrave getting off on a bag drill in individuals, and it appears he looks like there's nothing wrong with him, at least from that one 10-second clip. Obviously, there's more to the story than just that. However, it is just, again, an indication and a good sign for the interior of that defensive line. So Javon Hargrave, again, is a player that we have been holding our breath to see if he will be able to go against the Ravens, because we saw last week how the San Francisco 49ers really struggled stopping the run game. And of course, losing your two starting interior defensive tackles will play a role in that. So this is a huge, huge sign for the San Francisco 49ers moving forward. Now, we don't know his exact availability status, meaning we don't know if he's a limited participant. We don't know if he's a full participant. So as that information continues to come out, it might even come out while making this video. So we'll keep you in the know in regards to all those different types of things. But the positives here, he's back, he's practicing, and we saw visual proof. It's real. It's not fake. So that is absolutely fantastic for the 49ers to be able to get Javon Hargrave back. Now, not so good news for the other defensive tackle spot. And again, another pivotal, kind of domino that we're waiting to fall for these 49ers practice updates. According to Matt Barrows, so far, no sign of Eric Armstead at practice. So that has us a little bit wary about his availability for this game against the Ravens. So we have, if he doesn't practice today, we get a DNP from Eric Armstead. We got 1 day left to have a shot at getting Eric Armstead available for this game. The hope is if we see Armstead produce a limited participation tomorrow, that will be the trend that we need to see that could have him available to go for the Ravens. But fingers crossed right now, not looking as good or as we would have hoped for his availability on practice for Thursday. But maybe the extra day, they're just pushing him out till Friday with that Monday night game. We'll see. So tomorrow's practice updates, a rare Saturday practice, is going to be all eyes on Eric Armstead's availability. So we got good news, and this is phenomenal news with Javon Hargrave, but we're still in wait and see mode with Eric Armstead. So we got one half of our defensive tackles, starting defensive tackles back. So that's a good sign. So we'll see how that continues to progress. This is a phenomenal sign, in my opinion. Elijah Mitchell back at practice today. He did not practice yesterday. So we were talking about our concern level for Elijah Mitchell. who's missed multiple games after an injury which he appeared to have suffered in practice, or a setback that he had suffered in practice a couple weeks ago. And he started out this week not practicing, but according to Matt Barrows, he is back at practice. Again, we don't know the tag that he has, if he's limited or full, but obviously the fact that he's just back is huge because the San Francisco 49ers, again, they need depth behind Christian McCaffrey. Regardless of how much Christian McCaffrey plays, they need to get healthy at every spot. So you're able to get Elijah Mitchell back. We know they have Jordan Mason. And just earlier this week, they elevated and promoted Jeremy McNichols, running back, kind of special teams guy, to the active roster. So right now, the 49ers could have 4 running backs in this game against the Ravens, which to me is a good sign. You want your guys healthy, and we do know when Elijah's healthy, he's more than capable. So his just biggest issue has been availability. So this is a good sign for him. Regarding the other players who continue to miss practice, sounds like tight end Ross Dwelly, of course, missed practice. Oren Burks. The one name that we are waiting for is Javon Jennings. Now, I'm still like, this is a real time scenario. So, as I am telling you the updates, I am actually still looking for additional updates to come out of practice. And as of right now, there's no word about Javon Jennings, who entered the concussion protocol after that game against the Arizona Cardinals. So, where we currently stand right now is TBD on Javon Jennings' availability. And I'm not seeing anything. And I feel like that would be an indication that he isn't there because of the fact that he wasn't practicing yesterday and no one's mentioning him being at practice today so far. Is got me a little concerned that he isn't going today. So, but again, that is a big time TBD. Just because he hasn't been mentioned, we're in that gray area where we don't know. But like I said, I assumed that if he would be back at practice, they would have let us know. So we're still waiting to see what is going to happen with Jawan Jennings. So we'll see what's going on with him and the concussion protocol. Uh, but also some news that kind of snuck under the rug yesterday that wasn't discussed before practice was Diamador Lenore was practicing yesterday. Obviously, he had to leave the game at the end against the Cardinals, but the fact that he's back at practice has him on track to be available and ready to go against the Ravens. So right now, the San Francisco 49ers are getting healthier. They're not fully healthy just yet, but early indications from practice seem to signify that we're getting some guys back. Now, still need to see on some others as discussed, but this is where we want to be, especially with these 2 guys. So, as soon as any other updates drop, you already know I'm bringing them to you. That's why make sure to hit that like button, make sure the noties are on, and subscribe for more updates.